Hey! It's okay. Shh. Hey! Hey! Do you want to come say hi to everybody? Come here. Whoa. Who's there? Hey! Say hi! Say hi! Beep, beep, beep. Do, 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 do. I do, 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 do. Hi! Boo, 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 boo. We're waiting for the people to show up. Let's see here. Oops, I gotta fix that. Shit. Where's the studio? Where's the studio? I gotta fix the, title. I'm outside in my AMG TT. Am I even live right now? It's a stream public to anyone. I'm outside in my AMG TT. Children, baby, yeah, you know me. Here we go, that's what. Oops. I fucking can't spell words. Why the fuck is it so hard to spell? Why can't I spell words? Ah, it's a keyboard. I'm trying to balance a baby and type at the same time. It's not exactly, you know, fun. Not fun. Well, it is fun. I love her to death, but like, I mean, it's not easy. That's what I was trying to say. Jesus, I don't know why I said the word fun. Where the hell is fucking blogging and... Oh, there's people in blogs. Okay, here we go. Update. Okay, there we go. Anybody here? Say hello. Say hello. Such a pretty baby. Okay, so let's go to... let's go back to home. Let's look up some music. There we go. Probably should tweet the link out, huh? Do, 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 do. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Zero worries. Yeah. Who's that? Is that you? Whoa. Mwah. Mwah. Yeah. My precious little baby girl. Oh, na, 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 oh, na, 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 na. Hey, how you doing, Elijah? Been sub for 3 years. I'm glad to be here. How are you? I'm doing good. I got my little daughter right here. She's doing great too. She's been kind of fussy today, so I figured I'd just sit her down with me for a bit until she calms down, because she just won't stop crying. So I'm just gonna hold her for a bit, and she's gonna be part of the stream today, aren't you? Oh no, it's okay. We're gonna be talking about Little Nightmares today, just because I have so many theories regarding the game that I just wanted to sit down and actually talk about them. So if more people show up, then we can definitely get started. So I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm totally excited. I'm gonna go ahead and click out of that. And then there we go. Oh, my tummy actually have. The baby is so cute. Thank you! She's my firstborn daughter. Aren't you? Aren't you? She's 7 months old now, so she's sitting really well, and she's eating purees. Hi! I know we're talking about you. You're the center of attention, aren't you? And she's just been really cranky today, so I'm trying to keep her happy. Because I love it when you're happy and you're giggling and smiling. Alright, we got 2 people here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and mute the music. There we go. Okay. So, Little Nightmares 2. I've watched the first and second games at this point. I tried playing the first one to completion. I haven't been able to play it just because I'm a big old pussy when it comes to games. So, I'm watching it, and I've looked at a bunch of different theories online, and I've kind of made my own theories as well. So, we're going to talk about that today. Aren't we? We're going to have some fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the Little Nightmares video playing in the background, and as it goes, we're going to talk about some things that I noticed. I'm going to be playing it on ×2 speed, by the way, so we're going to be doing that. So it should be fun. Let's go ahead and get started. Jump in. Let's just jump into it, like Philly D would say. Where's the... Oh, I could just do this. Okay. Hold on. Let me... Boop. Show you some magic tricks. Watch this. Ready? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ready? Do-do-do-do! Alright, it's not gonna be, medium screen for long. Also, I'm probably not gonna be able to see chat while this is happening, so I apologize if you're messaging me and I can't see anything. I'd have to get my phone, which is gonna die in, like, an hour if I take it off the charger now, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Because I can't really... There's no way to make it full screen and go into my thing at the same time, is there? Unless I do a thingy. Hold on, let me try something. Let me do something real quick. Let me see if I can, oh god, it's lagging really bad. Sorry. Hold on. Can I interact with the, thing here? Let's see. Invert, hide and recording, copy filters. There's no interact option, is there? Shit. It's okay. I'm right here. I got you. Don't worry. I'm not gonna drop you. I'm not gonna let you go. There used to be an option to interact with the thing inside here, but it's not there anymore. Dang it. I think it's only for the browser setting. And the only way I'm gonna be able to do that is if I do this. I'm gonna hit full screen and then do this. And then I'm gonna hit this. There we go. Haha. I did it. I figured it out. Also, actually, hold on, I forgot to do something. I gotta put it on 2 speed. So let me do that real quick. Let's put it on 2 times speed. Oh god. Okay, there we go. So that should have helped a little bit. Perfect. It took me a little bit laggy, and I apologize right off the bat. So this is Mono. Mono is the guy with the mask. Everybody knows that by now. And we also know that Six is in the game too. The beginning of the game is set in the wilderness. It's not really clear how Mono got there. I think it's just because the way the time loop is. If you haven't played or seen the game before, by the way, I would suggest you click off this video. Because there's really no point in watching if you don't want to know what's going on. Anyway, this is Mono with the bag on his head. God, it's lagging really bad. And he's basically the protagonist of the game. Right now, he's in the middle of the woods. Not sure how he got there. He's trying to traverse through the woods and get to the Pale City, which is where the radio tower is. Again, not even really sure why he's going there. What his purpose in the game is, it's not really defined. I think he's just kind of lost and trying to figure out what the heck is going on where he is. My speculation for this part of the game with, like, the forest and everything is that the hunter, the guy with the gun and everything, is essentially kidnapping people and turning them into taxidermied stuffed people. Which is also interesting because in the doctor, the hospital section of the game, the doctor makes masks for the people, the guests. So this is definitely a prequel as far as I can tell. This game is a prequel. So Mono right now, he's in the woods, he's playing along, having a grand old time. There's nooses everywhere, which I think people actually did try to, you know, commit suicide in the game, trigger warning. And people are just really scared and confused. Actually, I really have to go to the bathroom. I just realized I have to go really bad. So give me just a second, I'll be right back. Sorry, honey, I forgot I have to go potty. You're gonna have to go sit in the chair for a minute, okay? Just give me just a second. I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta fix that. Oops. No, don't touch that. Don't touch. Never mind. I'm just gonna go ahead and, I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Come here, honey. I'll put you down the seat for just a minute, okay? Come in. Click off the sound. Alright, sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom, like, really bad, so that was fun. Give me just a second. There. So this is the, this is still the beginning of the game. Of course, Mono's still traversing through the woods. He has to get to the hunter's house. Once he gets to the hunter's house, I'll explain a bit more of what the game was going on. I might actually just fast forward to that point because this part right here is all just the same stuff, so. Okay. Alright, so now we're at the hunter's house. Is this in HD quality? No, it's not even close. Oh god, I'll just do 1080. Sorry the quality was so crappy before. This is the hunter's house. This is Mono in the hunter's house. If you listen, you can hear the music playing. I'm actually need to turn up a little bit. Here. Let me find the audio, the desktop audio. What? There we go. Now you can barely hear it. So that's the desktop audio. That's the, Mono in here. No, 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 honey, please don't touch. Okay? You can't touch. You'll be nice to the controllers. Look at him go! Look! Look! Victoria, look! Oh, okay, this right here. This is important. The axe. Mono's about to break down the door to Six. Six is the girl in the yellow raincoat from the first game, but in this game she's not wearing a raincoat yet, which is another reason why I think this game is a prequel. Mono's about to take this axe right here and break down the door, which is very, very important to a plot point I'm going to come back to in a bit. But the breaking down the door is important, so I'll just keep that in mind. So here he goes to break down the door. Now he's inside. Six went to go hide under the table because she's scared. I'm not playing, by the way. I'm just watching. I don't want you guys to think I'm playing the game, because I'm not. He goes to hold her hand, and then she doesn't trust him and she runs away. Six never trusts Mono the entire game. This music box is also important. When it gets destroyed at the end of the game, it resembles something very, very significant, which is the maw. And again, I'll get into that in a bit. So these people are the taxidermy stuffed creatures that I was telling you about the hunter does. Honey, please don't pull on that, okay? It's not safe. You're gonna hurt yourself, okay? He pulled the little lever. This is where Six realizes that she needs Mono to continue. So this is where their alliance starts, but it's not something that Six really wanted to do. She kind of just has to do it, which is my theory. Again, these are my theories. I might be completely wrong. There might be other canonical theories that I'm not aware of, but this is what I believe. I don't think Six ever wanted to be Mono's ally. I think she kind of had no choice, and she decided that she just had to do what she had to do to get through. Because if you read the description on the website, the whole purpose of Six's journey is that she's trying to get to the radio tower so she can find a way to get rid of her fading. She's apparently fading. She's fading away, is what the description says in the game, is that she's fading. I don't know if that means her powers are fading, or just her in general is fading. Maybe she's turning into the creatures in the game. It's never really clear what they mean when they say that she's fading. So her point is to get to the radio tower, and in order to do that she needs Mono. And when she gets to the radio tower, and she gets through the radio tower, is when she finds out about the maw through a flyer, and that's when she also realizes that she's hungry. I don't know if the hunger was always there, or if it was only there after she betrayed Mono. My fiance thinks that she's always been hungry, and the reason she dropped Mono is because that she was hungry and she didn't want to eat him, which is a lot of people's theories, but I honestly don't agree with that theory. I think that she dropped Mono simply because either A, she realizes he's a thin man, B, because she's psychotic, which will show you what I mean by that throughout the game, or C, just because Mono destroyed her safe place, which I'll get into more of that too in a bit. So this is there are a lot of suitcases in this game, which is another precursor to why this game is a prequel in my eyes. The suitcases are like a nod to the guests in the maw, because they have to bring their suitcases. Like it's like a huge cruise ship, as the mall is basically. The little mushroom dudes, the little guys, gnomes with the hats, are actually children that the lady has turned into gnomes. 6 actually gains a lady's powers, so I think honestly that the little dudes are still kids trying to show Mono what's going on and lead him to secrets and stuff. So those are little gnomes who were once children. If you watch the DLC, the runaway kid is actually turned into a gnome towards the end of the DLC. Hey! So that's what's happening right now. Mono's trying to catch the, yeah, picked up the little hat for the gnome. Now he has a gnome hat. Isn't that cute? Now he's gonna break back and go down to find 6. There she is. Alright, now they have to go downstairs. So yeah, this is the hunter's house. Did they get the key? Oh yeah, they did, okay. Because he grabbed it from the hook earlier. You get the key, you're good. So this is outside the hunter's place. There's a shack. There's just a shed. This is where they find the hunter. The hunter, there's a lot of lore that the hunter was actually shown in the first game. There's like a poster of him, the teacher, and then I think the other person was the teacher and the doctor were all shown in the first game on like little flyers and stuff. This part's one of the most exciting parts of the game, I think. The hunter chasing the 2 characters with a gun. Super, super exciting. It's okay, Victoria. There you go. It's better. So, that's the hunter. Are you getting tired? Are you ready for a nap? Okay, we're gonna put you in the swing. Now, are you actually gonna go to sleep, or are you gonna be fussy? I'll be right back. She's getting kind of squirmy. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Be right back, guys. Sorry. realized that. Sorry! You haven't been hearing a word I've been saying. I don't know how long it's been going on. Like a couple minutes, maybe. Okay, sorry. What I was saying is that the suit before, the one that was hanging from the rope, was probably Mono. In the first game, when you go to like the second room in the first game, the suit's hanging from the ceiling from a rope, and we find out that it's probably Mono, or a like a Six's hallucination of Mono, because he dies, or I guess gets trapped in the second game, so it's like a prequel hint of Mono. But what I was just saying a second ago is that the TVs, the reason that Mono can use the TVs is that he is a Thin Man, and the Thin Man can use the TVs, and that the TVs are a symbolism of how the media is slowly destroying people and distorting them and making them like mindless zombies. They actually make the characters disappear too. That's why you see empty clothes falling from buildings and whatnot. This is the schoolyard. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward a bit more because not much else happens yet. Let's see here. The little static figures are actually shadow people that the Thin Man captures. I don't know what the smoke is from in this. Is there like a basket fire or something? I don't know. I still don't know the answer to that question. Alright, let's see here. Fast forward a little bit. Was 6 already captured? I guess so. 6 gets captured by the bullies, which are the little porcelain doll things. The buckets are from the kids, the bullies, the porcelain dolls. Oh god, the game is really bad right now. That's the teacher, who we all know has a long neck. She uses to peer around corners and go from the vents and stuff. The teacher isn't really part of any specific lore that I'm aware of. But I know, again, that her poster, along with the doctor and the hunter, were shown in the first game on posters in the mall. Which, again, makes me feel like this is more of a prequel than a sequel. Teacher's also one of the scariest characters in the game, in my opinion, because of her neck. Everybody else, I mean, the doctor goes in the ceiling, that's kind of scary, but the neck reaches in crazy places and will find you. There's the key you need right there on that shelf. And you're dead. That part always gets me. Alright, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit until we get to the part where 6 starts breaking shit, because that's important to the plot. Here. Are we getting close? There's the teacher again. Okay, there's 6. You save 6 from the teacher, the bullies, I guess. She's fine. She's not wearing her coat, and she doesn't wear her coat until after the school part, when she's in the rain. And what's called the suitcase room, which we'll get into in a minute, too. So now they're heading over to my favorite part of the game, which is the part where we kind of realize that 6 is not exactly a friendly person. So they have to use a piano to break through the floor. I think it's really cool, that little detail that the piano can actually play music. Nice. Good job, 6. We're almost to that part I was telling you about. Hold on. What the hell is she doing? Did she just kill a frog? Oh no, that was a bully. Okay, I was like, was that 6? No, that was just a bully killing the frog. I was like, that's part of the thing too. I didn't even realize it was a thing, but no, that was a bully. Got the key from the frog. That's great. Alright, so now we need to go back to the other place. We got the wrench for the bullies, just in case. So unlock the door. Here we go. This is the part that is really important. Unless Mono kills it. Oh yeah, I forgot he does in this version. Okay. So in this version, Mono actually kills the bully first, because this is somebody else's playthrough, not mine. But in the original playthrough that a few people have done, Six actually goes over, tackles the bully, and then smashes its head into the floor. Which is a very, very key part of her, like, psychopathic tendencies. Because she's not, again, she's not exactly a nice person. And that was made very evident in the first game. Because she didn't help the children in the cages, she ate a rat, she ate the gnome, she ate the lady, and at one point, she's seen, like, you know, she's sucking the life force out of the people who are trying to hurt her, which I understand for self-defense purposes, okay, fine, but still, that's still a little fucked. And she's always been she's always been God, fuck, words, Melissa. She's always been out for herself and nobody else. She's a very selfish character in the game. She doesn't care about anybody else's well-being except for her own. And my fiance tried to justify it as that she's been through so much at this point. She's just been numb to morals and care for others. She's just kind of in survival mode and she does not care. It kind of happens in, like, you know, the apocalypse movies you guys see, like The Walking Dead and the zombie movies. Everybody starts off, like, caring about everybody, and then once they've been through enough shit, they just don't care anymore. That was kind of the argument he put out there, but I honestly don't know. I think she's kind of got a little bit of psychopathic tendencies, because we don't know what Mono's been through either. And it's not like this is all new to him. This can't be new to him. So, yeah. I'm going to continue the video now. I just wanted to point that out, but this is what she does. So, anyway, they go past the teacher, her neck grows and chases them to the vents, blah, 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 blah. Then they get to the school, or that's called the outside area. They haven't found the suitcase room yet. I think they're going to find it pretty soon here. There's a shadow creature that they just collected. There's the boat. If you collect all the shadow creatures, you get the alternate ending of the game, because there's the ending where you find out that Mono is Thin Man, and then there's the ending where you find out that this is a prequel, almost guaranteed, because of what 6 does. So, well, I'm gonna get to that. Alright. Oh. Too late. We passed that part. Oops. There it is. So this is where we find out that this is 6. What I think is really interesting is that the lights flicker here. I think that's a precursor to let us know that the raincoat isn't exactly an innocent raincoat. Maybe it's tied to Shadow 6. If you don't know who Shadow 6 is, every time that 6 ate something in the first game, you got to see what happens with that. Essentially, there's a Shadow 6, or a shadowy figure of her, standing somewhere in the frame telling her what to do. So that's Shadow 6. So now that she's got her raincoat, it's guaranteed, or I guess in my eyes, confirmed that this is actually a prequel, not a sequel. And then it's even more guaranteed and confirmed at the end of the game whenever you find out what happens to 6 after they leave. So, come on, push the pallet down. There you go. Alright. So now they're heading towards the hospital, where the doctor is. Once I get to the hospital, I'll start talking more about stuff. So now they're in the hospital. They're not going to be the doctor for quite some time. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. There's the TV again. Also, if you pay attention to what happens after this TV, it kind of explains more stuff. You know, focuses the TV. Oh god, it looks so cool. Three times the charm, right? There we go. Here's the hallway again, the eye with the door. Mono is actually behind that door as well as a Thin Man, so that's why he can never reach it in time. And Six always pulls him out of the TV, which makes me think that maybe she has... what happened? Did I go into, like, theater mode or something? There we go. This is not full screen. There's tabs on top. What is happening? Oh! Shit, sorry. Go back. There we go. Come on. There we go. That's better. Aw, man. Okay, I mean fast forward again. Sorry. So now they're in the hospital. These prosthetics are actually things that the doctor makes for the people on the guests. Because they're being deformed and they're slowly crumbling into nothing, he makes these prosthetics so that they can actually survive. The masks are also a part of that. I don't know if you saw those yet. Did we see the masks yet? I don't think we did. God damn it, why does it always do that? There we go. So here, let me fast forward a little bit. These things are like weeping angels in Doctor Who. Yeah, we don't really... I want to meet the doctor. There's Six. There's the doctor. The doctor's job is essentially to help people who are slowly fading into nothing because of the radio tower to stay alive by using the prosthetics and pieces of other dead people to keep them going. He is also trying to kidnap children to use their body parts as well. So, we're trying to find a singer that I'm looking for. I don't know if we got to it. Oh shit, I didn't even realize they could do that. I don't know if we passed it already, but there's a part where Mono is waiting, or Six is waiting for Mono, and they're in the prosthetics, and then Mono essentially sees Six breaking the fingers of one of the prosthetics. Just super fucking creepy. This is the part where they incinerate the doctor. This is also another pivotal part in Six's psycho madness. So, they're going into the furnace. Notice that Six never ever dies in this game. It's always Mono who dies. I think Six actually just closed the door on Mono too. And then Six does a thing where she warms her hands on the roasting body of the doctor, which is so fucked up. So now they're leaving the hospital. So that's basically the hospital's extent. One of my theories is that the buildings are all crooked is because the radio tower is actually making the buildings deformed as well. That's why they are all crumbling in and breaking. It's because of the radio tower, the signal tower up there. So look, for example, this entire place is collapsing because of the signal tower. Well, they died. Oops. And look, Miles got his hat back on. Yay. Boost us up, Six. There's the Thin Man on the pictures. One of the things that you guys really need to look at in the first game is all the pictures on the walls. It'll make so much more sense when you look at the scenery. There's the TV again, but this time it's not just gonna be that simple, bud. Look, he made it into the pink room. And there's a Thin Man, which is also himself. Y'all might want to run. He's coming. There he is. Creepy ass Slenderman of the future. There are a lot of theories as to why the Thin Man wants to kidnap Mono. Honestly, the biggest one and the one that makes most sense is that he doesn't want Mono to get to the end of the game where Six betrays him, because he doesn't want to repeat the loop. So the reason he kidnaps Six and the reason that he tries to stop Mono is so that the loop doesn't repeat itself. But it will, because it's a loop. It's how a time loop works. Because Mono's such a dedicated, nice hero that he has to go save Six. And he has to destroy the Thin Man. And it just resets the loop over and over and over again. Hey look! We made it to this part of the game, the fun part, where you get to see all the TVs and use them to travel. We're gonna fast forward a bit more now. Here we go. Hey look, they're fighting! Wow! See, now he fixes all the buildings. Now he's right in front of the door. And he goes inside. This is where shit gets interesting. Six got kidnapped by the Thin Man and now she's in the building. Keep in mind what her attachment is in this realm and the symbolism it has, because this is the broadcast tower, the radio tower, whatever you want to call it. You hear that music? That is the music that you heard in the beginning of the game when Six was playing the music box. So you follow the music, the sound that makes the most noise, you follow Six's music box music just like you did in the beginning of the game. This is all very, very reminiscent of the beginning of the game. There we go. Another thing to note is that this is purple. It's like a pinkish purple color. The reason it's purple, and it's theorized, again this is just a theory, is that Six is actually the lady from the first game. But that's just a theory, and the developers have said that they're not actually like related. People are like, but that doesn't mean they're not the same person. It's like, okay. Got all the music, dude. So, the reason Six is playing the music box here is because the music box is her safe place. You can't see her playing it, obviously, but we know it's Six. Six is playing the music box because the music box is her safe place, and when it gets close to being destroyed, it also looks like something else, and I'll explain that to you in a minute. Come on, dude. Follow the music. There you go. Oops. Cute dude. He fell off. Okay, fast forward a little bit. There you go. There's Six. Oh, and he's dead. Oh, there we go. Here he is, laying on the ground. Find the door. Breaking down of the door is very symbolic, because at the very beginning of the game, Mono shatters the door, which breaks Six's safe place. Six's safe place is to be able to play her music and distract herself from the world outside of her. So when she's playing her music, she feels safe. And when Mono's trying to break the music box, again, he's destroying the place that she feels safe with. And there is a reason that she feels safe with it. Because when the music box gets close to being destroyed, you'll see what it resembles. Again, symbolic of when he first breaks her out of the room. Boom. There we go. Alright, so. Take a look at the music box right here. See how that looks like something? Looks like very much like something. In fact, I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. We're going to go over to Google. This is the Maw from the first game. Take a look at that. Oops. And look at that. They look extremely similar. They both have a little pipe on the top, they both have the shape. The Maw, in my personal opinion, is essentially where Six got her powers. So to her, that is her safe place because she feels like she's most in control. So the music box is a representation of that, which is one of the reasons why this game might actually be a sequel, and that the timelines are alternating. Because I think what happened is, this game happened first. Then she goes to the mall. Then the timeline resets and she ends up back in this game again, and she remembers everything that happened the first time around, and in the mall. So she finds the music box as her comfort. And since Mono destroys the door, which shatters her safe place in the beginning of the game, and then tries to destroy the music box in the end of the game, it makes her very upset. And we'll explain more about that in a second. Give me just a minute. Okay, nobody's watching. Of course not. So. It looks even more like the mall. There, it's destroyed. Yay. Time for shit to happen. Oh, hold on. Oops, I'm too far. Here we go. We're running away! Yay! Okay. Alright, so I kind of knew that something was going to happen when I first watched this and it slowed down here. Now, this is on 2x speed, but she actually stares at Mono for a good, like, 5 to 10 seconds, just staring at his face, which reinforces my theory that she found out that he was a Thin Man here and is one of the reasons why she may have dropped him. Because she was kidnapped by the Thin Man and saw his face the entire time, I'm sure. So now that she sees Mono's actual face for the first time clearly, she realizes that he's the Thin Man and drops him. There we go. And he's dropped. Okay, so then he falls to the depths of despair. And we find out that Mono is the Thin Man. There he is. You can actually see his face a bit clearer in this one. So that's one of the endings of the game. I don't know if they actually show. They don't, not in this video. Okay, so the other ending of the game is this. Nope, we're gonna turn that back to normal. Okay, so Six just got ejected from the TV. My fiance thinks that she feels shame for having dropped Mono. I kind of disagree, but that's what he thinks, because she was kind of just hanging her head before she fully looked up. Also, her stomach starts to grumble. In just a second here. This is where her hunger bouts start. Now, my fiance has a theory that she's always been hungry this entire game, but she didn't realize how hungry she was until this moment. And that's the reason why she dropped Mono, was because she realized she was getting hungry when they were running away. And she kind of just debated whether or not she should, and then she's like, I don't want to end up eating him, so she dropped him. My theory is that she was either A, again, a psychopath, B, what's the other one I had? Oh, she saw his face and realized that he was Thin Man, or C, that Mono pissed her off by destroying her safe place and betraying her in that way. So she decided to let him go. Those are my theories. So, those are the theories I basically had for this stream. Because after this ending, there really isn't much more to say besides this, you know, the fact that the doctor made the masks in the beginning of the game when you were with the doctor. Then there was the psychopathic tendencies that 6 showed. The fact that Mono doesn't really have a designated role in this game besides just to get through the world. There's no goal in mind for him. I mean, unless I don't honestly know, I can check the website, but as far as I can tell, okay, so there's Little Nightmares 1. So these are the descriptions of the characters in Little Nightmares 1. The lady. With graceful restraint, the lady casts a hypnotic spell that keeps the engine running. Amidst the chaos of the world outside, the mall is the only place that makes sense, and now this rumor of an escaped child threatens everything. Nothing can be allowed to interfere. The guests must eat. The mall must survive. Okay. The guests, full to bursting. The guests are an essential part of the mall's life cycle. Herded into the large hall, they slump into their bowing stools, and there they feed. Without taste, without need, without an end. And then they leave, one way or another. The janitor. The man with long arms. With long-forgotten things from long-forgotten places, he fled the world and found them all. Interesting. Now, as a janitor, he is a tall tale hiding in the shadows, stalking the silence, a monster alone. The leeches, bloodsuckers. In the dark, moist corners of the mall, leeches will ride as one, awaiting the swollen wanderers. Slimy, venomous parasites that feed on the living, the leeches truly belong here. The twin chefs, a pair of brutes. With a love of violence and a feeling for meat, the twins are born to be chefs. As they shuffle across the cold floor, chopping, mincing, preparing the feast, the twin chefs sense something that makes their skin itch, a dirty, unwelcome presence. Vermin will not be tolerated in the kitchen. Gnomes. Playful oddities. Unpredictability can be found throughout the mall, and so can the gnomes. Though experience has taught them to be skittish, sometimes they still try to make friends with strangers. These gnomes rarely survive. 6. A hungry child. Trapped in the darkest depths of the mall, starving and alone, 6 is rolled as one filled with danger. Most children would have already given up, but 6 is different. She's smart, tough, and has a lovely yellow raincoat. She belongs elsewhere. It's an interesting concept. And then there's Little Nightmares 2. Here we go. Little Nightmares 2 is what I just finished going over with you guys. We're going to go through it now. Here we go. Characters. The viewers are the people who are deformed watching the televisions. The viewers live through life with the screen and cannot imagine a world without it. All those wonderful colors, sounds, and shapes dancing before their eyes, mesmerizing them, pacifying them, and fattening them up. The transition gives them all they need and demands only one thing in return. So the words fattening them up is something that actually stands out a lot to me. My theory is that the viewers were the guests before they got to the mall. They were originally called the viewers, but over time they went to the mall and they got fat and they wanted to eat. Patience. Patients cannot live with themselves. They look in the mirror and hate what stares back. Seeing nothing but the flaws and ugliness of nature, they beg the doctor to fix them, to work his magic and make them whole again. As I was saying, the patients are being slowly disintegrated by the broadcast signal of the radio tower. And the only way they're going to get better is if the doctor makes them whole again with the prosthetics and the masks. These are also the guests in the next game, or the first game. The doctor. Perfection is important to the doctor, and he will not allow anything to interfere with his life's work. With his adoring patients clattering in the halls, you may not hear the doctor coming until it's too late. Only then will you learn to look up to him. That's kind of funny. Look up to him, because he's on the ceiling. Bullies. Proof that all children don't get to be innocent, the bullies aren't tragic figures. No cruel parents to blame, and don't secretly crave your friendship. They are bullies, and they will get you if you don't get them first. Teacher. Misbehavior will not be tolerated in the teacher's classroom, and nothing escapes her cold, twisted gaze. In her domain, children should be seen and not heard, and if one should be heard, they will never be seen again. Mono. As the world buckles underneath the relentless pulse of the signal tower, Mono takes refuge where he can. His thin paper mask offers some respite, helping him to forget that the world outside him hates him and wants him to fail, but he can't stay hidden forever. Hunter. Armed with his flashlight and battered shotgun, the hunter stamps through the wilderness with cold ambition, sniffing out his prey, collecting new trophies for the groaning walls of his shack. 6. Awaking in a world where she cannot recognize, Six must learn to trust someone else if she is to stand a chance of survival. She has already seen more than any normal child ever should, but then Six is not a normal child. Which is what I believe makes her out to be a psychopath. Thin Man. As ever-present hum of the transmission chokes the airwaves, the Thin Man continues his endless journey through the desolate place, haunting the shadows, searching for something, for himself. Alrighty, let's see here. Key features, introduction, discover the universe. I don't care about that. I just wanted to see theories. Let's look at theories online. Yeah, people aren't really showing up to this thing. Let's go look at some theories, guys. Alrighty. Let's see here. There's some really funny stuff in here. Yeah. trying to find theories. How do I honestly, I don't know how to fucking use Reddit, man, I swear. How do I find a specific... Oh, here we go. Filter by flare. There's no theory? Alright, then let's go back and do that again. Go back. Here we go. Theory. Curious about this middle photo in the wall. It looks like 6 from the first game. I think 6 dropped Mono because she wanted to steal his powers. Too long didn't read. In the end of New Little Nightmares 2, we see Mono 6 crossing the bridge. 6 is safe, but Mono isn't. He's relying on 6's hand. Yeah, okay. Oh, interesting. Ah. Very makes sense. Yeah, that's what I was saying. She recognized him as a Thin Man. Yep. The 7 Deadly Sins theory. I always wanted to see what this theory was about. Miles' arrogance of having too much pride in himself, of thinking that he can protect 6 while also saving himself, is his sin. He eventually fails and falls to his demise, knowing what's one of the Thin Man. As Thin Man, he's not give up and realize he can still change the outcome, but rather distracts and hinders his use of himself. He probably is defined by... Interesting. Interesting. That's an interesting theory. But that's just a theory. Okay. Let's see here. Why Mono's eyes are black? Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Interesting. I love these theories. There's so many cool theories. Where's Roger?